morning children, and welcome back to your chemistry class. So today in this chapter of redox reaction, we are going to understand how to balance a chemical equation using ion electron method, right? So before balancing a chemical equation, let us first understand certain rules that we need to follow while balancing the equation in the ion electron method, right? So the first thing that we need to understand over here is write down the given equation in the ionic form. The equation has to be written in the ionic form, okay? So write the given equation in ionic form, okay? You need to understand that ion electron method is also called as half reaction method, right? So after writing down the equation in the ionic form, now what are we going to do? We have to identify the elements which are undergoing oxidation and reduction, right? So second is to identify the elements undergoing oxidation and reduction. Now, I hope by now you must be knowing what is oxidation and what is reduction. When your oxidation number increases, then it is oxidation. When the oxidation number decreases, then it is reduction, right? Now next is to break that ionic equation into two halves. That is why I said ion electron method also means half reaction method, right? So now break the equation into two halves. What are those two halves? First one is your oxidation half and the second one is your reduction half. So that ionic equation has to be now divided into two parts. Now fourth point, what we do next, after dividing the two reactions, then we are going to balance the half equations, okay? Now balance the half equations. By half equations, what do I mean? Now we will balance first the oxidation half and then we will balance the reduction half, okay? Now how to balance the half equations? So over here, first point we need to remember is balance all other atoms except hydrogen or oxygen. So in that particular oxidation half or reduction half, what is the first thing that we need to do? We will balance all the other atoms but not hydrogen and oxygen first, okay? Then after balancing all the other elements, we will now focus on balance oxygen, okay? So after all the atoms are balanced, now we are going to focus on balancing oxygen, right? So balance oxygen, how to balance oxygen? By adding water to the side deficient in oxygen, okay? Whichever side in the half reaction, whichever side is deficient of oxygen, we are going to add water to it to bring the balancing of the oxygen. Clear? Then third point in this balancing is now we are going to balance hydrogen. So what did we do first? First we balanced all the elements, not hydrogen and oxygen. After balancing them, we will next focus to oxygen. So how to balance oxygen? It has to be added as water to whichever side there is deficiency of oxygen. Now after oxygen, we are going to balance hydrogen. So how to balance hydrogen? By just adding hydrogen ions. Okay. So if hydrogen atoms are less to the side, we will add hydrogen ions. To which side are we going to add hydrogen ions? We are going to add hydrogen ions to that side wherever the hydrogen atoms are less. Fourth point over here, after balancing hydrogen, now what have we to do? We will balance the charge. Okay. How? By adding electrons. Now which side the electrons have to be added? Whichever side there are more number of protons. Okay. Then fifth point, add two halves. Now this work has to be done. Now fifth point is, now after completing 1 to 4 in oxidation half, 1 to 4 in the reduction half. Both oxidation and reduction halves have been balanced in this manner, right? Now what are we going to do? We are going to add the two halves. We will bring those two halves now together. Add the two halves. How? Such that the electrons in the two halves get cancelled. How we need to add? We will add in such a way that the electrons on either side will get cancelled. Like for example, I give you, suppose your oxidation half has 3 electrons, okay, and your reduction half, it has say 2 electrons. So now what we have to do, these electrons of oxidation half and reduction half has to be balanced, they have to be equal. So what will we do? To this we will multiply with 2, and with the reduction half we will multiply it with 3. So this is going to give you 6 electrons. This is also going to give you 6 electrons. Then we shall eliminate these electrons from the either side. Is this point clear? Now, if you have followed these steps, then this is the initial steps that has to be followed. Now, this step is feasible for what kind of solutions? Firstly, it is for the neutral solution. Now, if your solution is neutral, then over here your equation is balanced. If your equation is the acidic solution, right, then also over here your equation is balanced. But if your equation is in the basic solution, okay, if it is basic solution, then we need to take one more step beyond this. What is that? That is, at the end we have to add as many hydroxyl ions to both sides as number of hydrogen ions that we have added to one side. Okay, I repeat, in the basic solution or in the basic medium, at the end till here the process will remain the same for the neutral solution and for the acidic medium. But if your equation is in the basic medium, then after this what has to be done? We just have to add as many hydroxyl ions to both the sides as many hydrogen ions that were added to one side. So based on this based on the steps that I have explained you just now, we are going to understand them with certain examples. So let us come to balance the equations now. Suppose I give you an equation Fe2 plus Cr2O7 2 minus, it is the acidic medium, okay, gives us chromium 3 plus iron 3 plus. Now, what is our first step? First step is to form the ionic. So, isn't it an ionic equation? This point is clear. Now, let us find out. Now, let us identify whether chromate or iron, which one is getting oxidized and which one is getting reduced. So, for this we need to know the oxidation number of chromium. So, how do we find out the oxidation number of chromium? So, chromium is 2 atoms. So, 2x minus 7 to the 14 is equal to minus 2. Okay. So, 2x is equal to 12. So, x is equal to 6. So, what is the oxidation state of chromium over here? It is 6, right? Now, what did I tell you? The first step was to change it into ionic form. Now, this you can see the reaction is already in its ionic form. Next, what we have to do? We have to divide them into oxidation and reduction halves, or the half reactions. So, let's see which one is going to get oxidized and which one is going to get reduced over here. So, if you look at this, what is happening? The oxidation number increases. If oxidation number is increasing, means it is showing us oxidation. And chromium, if you look over here, the number is decreasing. So, this shows us reduction. Okay, so we have divided the equation into two halves. Let us divide it now. This is your oxidation half. Okay, and this will be your reduction half. Now, oxidation half is what? Fe2 plus gives Fe3 plus okay, and now let us look at the reduction half. It is Cr2O7 2 minus is going to give us chromium 3 plus. Is this point clear? Now what are we going to do? We have to now balance the two halves, right? This is what I had told you. After breaking the equation into two halves, now we are going to balance the half equations, right? So first thing what I told you, to balance all the atoms except hydrogen and oxygen. Now do you find hydrogen and oxygen over here? No. So straight away we have to just balance this. Now how to balance this equation? This is Fe2 plus and this is Fe3 plus. So we are going to, if you remove one electron from here, we get Fe3 plus. So here it is Fe3 plus electron. Okay. Now let us balance this side. Chromium, how many? 2. Here it is only 1. So we write 2 chromium over here. After balancing the other atom, now we have to focus on oxygen. Now look at oxygen. How many oxygen are over here? 7. So what should I do to get 7 oxygen over here? As told to you in the rules, we have to add water to increase the oxygen. So here we are going to say H2O. So we have got 7 oxygen. 7 oxygen. 7 oxygen is balanced, right? Now what next? Balance the hydrogen. Now hydrogen is 7 to the 14 over here, but there is no hydrogen present this side. So what will we do? We have to add plus 14 H plus. I hope this point is clear to all of you. After this, we have to balance the charges. Let's balance the charge over here. So 14 positive charges are there. 14 positive charges are there. Plus how many negative charges? Minus 2. This is equal to how much? Plus 12. Right? Now look at this side. Over here we have 3 2s are 6 positive charge. That's it. This doesn't have any charge over it. Okay. So now what has to be done? Now look over here at the charges. This is plus 12 and this is plus 6. So if over here we are going to add 6 electrons, this is 12 protons. Okay. Positive charge is more than the negative charge. So over here, if there are 12 protons, we add 6 electrons to it. What are we left with? We are left with 6 protons. We are left with 6 protons. Protons are balanced to one another. Right? So now how can we write this equation? This equation now could be written as Cr2O7 2 minus plus 14 hydrogen ion plus 6 charge. This is going to give us chromium 3 plus 7 H2O. Okay, so this is the new reaction that we have received. Look this side. What did we do to balance this? 3 minus 1 is already 2 plus, and here it is 2 plus, so this is already balanced, right? Now here how many electrons are there? 6 electrons. So we need 6 electrons over here. So what are we going to do? We have to multiply this with whole with the 6, and now we have to bring both these halves together. Add both the oxidation and the reduction halves. So 6 Fe2 plus, right, plus bring all your reactants to one side. This is reactant of the oxidation half. The reactant of the reduction half are these, so bring them over here, plus chromium oxide plus 14H plus 6E, right? This is going to give now, let's take the product side of each half, 6 Fe3 plus 6 electrons plus what is there? Plus 2 chromium 3 plus 7 H2O. Okay, so this is what we have. Now let's see what all gets cancelled. 6 electron gets cancelled, right? Now let us look at the charges once again. They should be balanced. This is 14 plus 6 2s are 12. So this is 14 plus 6 2s are 12. 14 plus 12. 26 minus 2. So over here in total we have how many charges? Plus 24. Now look this side. 6 3s are 18 plus 3 2s are 6. So 18 plus 6 is going to give us how much? 24. So the charges now both the sides are equal, and hence we can say that we have balanced the equation. So how we to show that it is a balanced equation now? So the balanced equation can be written as 6 Fe2 plus Cr2O7 2 minus plus 14 hydrogen ions. They give 6 Fe3 plus 2 chromium 3 plus 7 H2O. Now look over here. Fe is there, then Cr2O7 is there, chromium is there, and iron is there. I hope this balancing of the equation is clear to you. Okay, take a second example. SO3 2 minus plus Cr2O7 2 minus. This is again in the acidic medium, gives us SO4 2 minus plus chromium 3 plus. Now we already know we have been given this equation in the ionic form, so you do not have to do anything in the ionic form. But yes, we need to decide which one is getting oxidized and which substance is getting reduced. So for that we need to know the oxidation number of all. So over here, if you look at sulfur, the oxidation state will be what? X minus 3 2s are 6, isn't it? Is equal to minus 2. So X is equal to 6 minus 2. X is 4. So over here, the oxidation state of sulfur is how much? 4. Right? Now let us look at the oxidation state of sulfur this side. So this is X minus 4 2s are 8. This is equal to minus 2. So X is equal to 8 minus 2. X is equal to 6. So over here, the oxidation state is 6. So what happened? From 4 to 6. From 4 to 6 means oxidation number increases. I'm talking about sulfur just now. Okay. What has happened over here? Oxidation number increased. Therefore, this shows oxidation. Now let's look at chromium. Chromium, this side 2x minus 7 2s are 14 is equal to minus 2. So 2x is equal to 14 minus 2. 2x is equal to 12. So x will be equal to 6. This is plus 6. And look at chromium, plus 3. So over here what is happening? From here to this chromium, the oxidation state has decreased. Oxidation number decreased. Therefore, it shows reduction. So we have got the oxidation half and the reduction half. So let us write down the oxidation half over here and the reduction half reaction this side. So oxidation one is which one? SO3 2 minus gives SO4 2 minus. Okay. Now let us go to the reduction half. There we will write Cr2O7 2 minus gives Cr3 plus. Fine. Till here it's very clear. Now next we need to balance all the other atoms except hydrogen and oxygen. So over here oxygen is there. So we don't balance oxygen first. First we look at the other elements. So this is sulfur 1, sulfur 1. It is already balanced. Let's come over here. Chromium. How many? 2. But here it is 1. So we balance it. Okay. Now we have to balance oxygen. So to balance oxygen, what has to be done? How many oxygen atoms? 7. So we need to add water. So how much water? 7 water. That gives you 7 oxygen. But now while adding 7 oxygen, we have got 7 2s are 14 hydrogen. So what will we do? We will add plus 14 H ion over here. I hope till here it's clear. Now let us balance the charge over here. So we have 14 plus and minus 2. That gives us how much? 12 electrons, isn't it? And this side how many? 3 2s are 6 electrons are there. So total how many? 12 minus 6. This is going to give us total of 6 electrons. Okay. Now let's come this side. Sulfur I had already told you. Oxygen we need to balance. Here how many? 3. Here how many? 4. So if this is, we cannot add water over here because oxygen is already more. So we need to add water wherever oxygen atoms are less. So it is less this side. How much less? 1 less. So we add plus H2O. Okay. So now 3 and 1 4. 4. This is balanced. But now how many hydrogen has increased? 2. So we add over here plus 2H. Is this clear? Now we have to see the charges. Here the electrons are how many? 2. And here how many electrons? 2 electrons to this electrons plus 2 positive electrons. So that means they both get cancelled. And therefore over here what have we to do? We have to add 2 electrons because over here there were 2 electrons. Okay, but this side how many electrons are there? 6 electrons. So we need to multiply the whole equation by how much? 3. Right? So now what we have to do? Add up both oxidation half and reduction half. So first the reactants of both and then the products of both. So start doing that. 3SO3 2 minus plus 3H2O, 3SO3 and 3H2O plus this is Cr2O7 2 minus plus 14H plus 6 electrons because over here we had subtracted the 6 electrons from here. Now let's do the products. So this becomes 3SO4 2 minus, this is 3 2s are 6 H plus, okay, 3 2s are 6 charges plus what else do we have? 2 chromium ion plus 7 H2O. So this is our equation. Now let's see what all is getting cancelled. 6 electrons and 6 electrons are getting cancelled. Anything else? Now let's look at anything else over here. Okay, look at this hydrogen ion and hydrogen ion over here. So if we bring this 6 this side, so what will it become? Minus 6H. This is going to give us, if we cancel out this, and this is going to give us 8 hydrogen ion. Clear? So now your balanced equation now becomes, balanced equation is what? 3SO3 2 minus plus 3H2O plus Cr2O7 2 minus plus 8 hydrogen ions. This is going to give us 3SO4 2 minus plus 2 chromium ion plus 7 H2O. So this is your complete equation. Now, though it is your complete equation, but something more was still left over here. We missed out. There are 7 hydrogen molecules this side and 3 hydrogen molecules this side. So what if I take my 3 hydrogen molecules that side? So 7 minus 3 hydrogen molecules. This is going to cancel out my hydrogen over here. We need to cancel out as much as we can. So this gives us 4 hydrogen molecules. Clear? So now what will we do? We remove this water from here and we add up, instead of 7 water here, now we are going to write 4 water molecules. So now this is also your balanced equation. Let me balance it properly. This I wrote, then Cr2O7 2 minus plus 8 hydrogen ions, they are going to give this. So now this is your complete balanced equation, right? Also need to check the charges at both the sides. So over here 3 2s are 6 negative, 2 negative, minus 6 minus 2. This makes it minus 8. Minus 8 and plus 8. And plus 8, that means charge is 0. 3 2s are minus 6. 3 2s are plus 6. Charge becomes 0. That means this is balanced. Clear? Till now we studied how to balance the equations which are acidic medium. Now we shall understand how to balance the equations which are basic in medium. Okay, so for basic medium now, let's take an example here, like MnO4 minus plus I minus, this is going to give us MnO2 plus I2, and this is your basic medium. Clear? So firstly we need to, again, all the steps till what we did in the acidic medium or in the neutral medium has to be the same. Okay, one last step only is to be added, that I will explain you. So let us go ahead doing all what we had been doing in the previous examples. So we need to find out the oxidation half and the reduction half. So for that we need to find out the oxidation number. So for Mn, so oxygen is -2, so X minus 8, it is equal to -1, so X is equal to plus 8 minus 1, X is equal to 7. So over here the oxidation number of manganese is 7, right? Then this is already given to you. Then let's come to manganese this side. Here it was X, 2 2s are 4, minus 4 is equal to 0. So X is equal to plus 4. So here manganese is plus 4. Here iodine is 0. Okay. Now look at this M, and over here plus 7 to plus 4. So over here oxidation number decreases, 7 to 4 decreases, therefore this is showing you reduction. Over here what has happened? From -1 to 0, that means it has increased. Oxidation number has increased. So this is your oxidation, right? So now let us write down the oxidation half and the reduction half. This side will be the oxidation half. This side it is the reduction half. Okay. So oxidation half is which one? This one is the oxidation half. I rubbed it purposely. This is your oxidation number reduced. Okay. So this shows you reduction. So oxidation half is what? I minus is going to give us I2. This is your oxidation half. Let's go to the reduction half. Here MnO4 minus gives us MnO2, right? Now let us balance the equations. Now if this is 2I, then this has to be 2I, balanced. Now let's go over here to the reduction half and balance. If we look at manganese, both side 1, fine. Now let us look at oxygen. Here it is 2, here it is 4. So what to make this 4? We add 2 molecules of water. So 2 and 2 makes it 4. But now we have how much hydrogen? 4. So we add plus 4 hydrogen ions this side. This part is clear. Now look at the charge. No hydrogen is there. The hydrogen is also balanced now. Now we have to balance the charges. Here plus 4 minus 1 makes it plus 3. Plus 4 minus 1 makes it plus 3 charge. Here there is no charge. It is 0. Now let us look at the charge over here. Here there are 2 charges. Here there is no charge. So what will we do over here? We have to add plus 2 electrons. Now here 2 electrons are there. Let us balance these two. So here there are 2 electrons, here there are 3 electrons. So if we multiply this equation with 3 and this equation with 2, so 3 2s are 6 and 3 2s are 6, the electrons will become same to get cancelled. Okay, so now let's write down all the reactants and the products over here. So this is going to form 6I minus plus 2 Mn4 minus plus 4 2s are 8 hydrogen ion plus 3 2s are 6 electrons. This is going to give us 3I2 plus 3 2s are 6 electrons plus 2 MnO2 plus 4 H2O. Okay, now anything getting cancelled? Let's check. 6 electrons, 6 electron got cancelled. That is why we had multiplied both sides. Okay, till here we were balancing in the acidic medium, but this is your basic medium. So what have we to do? We have to now add the hydroxyl ions to both sides. How? To both sides, as many as hydrogen ions are added to one side. So how many hydrogen ions are added to one side? 8. So over here we add plus 8 hydroxyl ions. If we add 8 hydroxyl ions, we add 8 hydroxyl ions over here also. Got it? Now look, 8 hydroxyl ions and 8 hydrogen ion. What do they make? Hydroxyl ion and hydrogen ion, they make water molecule. So I'm writing it down over here in bracket so that you remember. 8 H plus plus 8 OH minus. They form 8 molecules of water. This point is very clear. Let's see over here. Here we have 4 water already. Now from this H ion and OH ion we have already made 8 water molecules. We bring these water molecules this side. So this will get cancelled. Minus 4 H2O. So how many water molecules left now? 4 water molecules are left. Okay, this is all. Now the balanced equation. Balanced equation becomes what? 6I minus plus 2 MnO4 minus plus 4 H2O gives 3I2 plus 2 MnO2 plus 8 hydroxyl ion. So this is your balanced equation. I repeat, 6I electrons, 4 H2O, 2 MnO4, 3 iodine, 2 MnO2 and 8 OH ion. Now to check whether this equation is balanced, we need to check the charges on both reactant and the product side. So here how many? 6 minus electrons minus 2 electrons. So minus 6 minus 2 makes it minus 8 charges are here and minus 8 charges are here. That means the equation is balanced. Okay, so I hope this is also very clear to you. Now fifth equation. Now how to balance a disproportionate equation. So let's take one like P4 plus NaOH. This is going to give us PH3 plus NaH2 PO2. Why is it called as a disproportionate equation? Let's see. I had already taught you that one element, it shows oxidation and reduction simultaneously in the same equation. So which element is going to show it? Over here phosphorus. Over here phosphorus oxidation number is 0. Over here phosphorus will be -3. Oxidation number of phosphorus over here, it is +1. So let's observe here what happens and here what happens. From here 0 to -3. From 0 to -3, what is happening? The oxidation number decreased. So this is your reduction. Okay, so let's write down reduction half. Reduction half will be what? P4 is giving us pH3. Okay, now P4 becoming +1, so this is oxidation number increases, therefore it is oxidation here. So oxidation half, we write what? P gives us NaH2PO. This point is clear to all of you? Now, before I begin with the balancing of this half reactions, one point I would like to bring to your notice over here, that sodium is this side also, sodium is this side also. What if we remove this sodium ion from here? If we remove the sodium ion from here, later in the equation while balancing at the end, I will bring back the sodium to both the places. But how? I'll let you know. Initially in the disproportionate reaction, what do? We remove one positive ion over here, and now what does this become? This becomes -1 and this also becomes -1. It was NaH2PO2, right? So Na means 1. So this is your negative radical, so or acidic radical, so this becomes -1, and over here NaOH, so OH also -1. This is very clear. So I remove hydrogen from here also and make it -1. Here we don't have hydrogen. Now over here we are going to balance the equation. We will bring back the sodium at the end, you don't worry. So now what have we to do? We have to balance. Now over here it is 4 phosphorus and here it is just 1 phosphorus. So what do? We add 4 over here. Okay. Now when we have added 4 over here, now we have to balance oxygen first. So how much oxygen? There is no oxygen this side. 4 2s are 8. So we have to add 8 water molecules. Right? Now when we have already taken up 8 oxygen this side also, now how much hydrogen? 4 2s are 8 and here 8 2s are 16. So what do we add over here? Plus 8H plus. This is clear? This is balanced. Now let's go to the reduction half. In the reduction half, what do we see? This is 4 phosphorus, so we make it 4 phosphorus. No oxygen is there. Hydrogen, 4 3s are 12. If there are 12 hydrogen, what do we do over here? Plus 12 H ion. Okay. Now let us look at the charge over it. What is the charge over here? 12. If 12 is the charge over here, look at the charge this side. Here there is 0 charge and here 8 minus 4. 4, isn't it? Here there are 4 charge and here there is 12. So what have we to do? 4 3s are 12. So we multiply the whole equation by 3. Fine. Now let us add both the oxidation and the reduction half equations. So this becomes 3 phosphorus plus 8 3s are 24 molecules of water plus phosphorus plus 12 hydrogen ions plus 12 electrons. That is the charge. Now let's write down the product. 4 3s are 12 H2PO2 minus 1 plus 8 3s are 24 hydrogen ions plus 4 3s are 12 electrons plus 4 pH3. Okay, now let's see. This 12 electron gets cancelled. Okay, then let's look at how much 12 hydrogen ions are there. Here there are 24. So if we take this side, this 12 hydrogen ions will get cancelled, and if we subtract minus 12 hydrogen ions from here, so how much do we get? We get only 12 hydrogen ions. So I rub this off and we write down plus 12 hydrogen ions. This part is clear. Now phosphorus is here also and phosphorus is here also. So 3 phosphorus plus 1 makes it 4 phosphorus. So let's write down the new equation. 4p4 plus 24H2O. 4p4 24H2O. Now this is going to give us how much? 12 H2PO2 minus 1 plus 12 hydrogen ions plus 4 pH3. Fine. Now if you look at this equation 4, 24, 12, 12, 4, we can divide this equation by 4. Divide the whole equation by 4. So what are we going to get? We will finally get P4 plus 6H2O will give us 4 3s are 12 H2PO2 minus 1 plus 3 hydrogen ion plus pH3. This is balanced. Finally, now what have we to do? We have to bring back sodium, isn't it? Now we have to do what? 3 hydrogen ions are there. Now this equation is in the basic medium. So what have we to do at the end in the basic medium? Add as many hydroxyl ions to both sides as number of hydrogen ions. We have to add hydroxyl ions to both the sides as the number of hydrogen ions. So over here if there are 3, then we have to add 3 hydroxyl ions over here, and we have to add 3 hydroxyl ions over here also. This point is clear. Now look, 3 hydrogen ions and 3 hydroxyl ions together. 3 hydrogen and 3 hydroxyl ions, what do they make? They make 3 molecules of water. Correct? So what if I remove this and I'll get 3 molecules of water over here. Now let's come this side. These 3 water molecules can be removed from the 6 water molecules that are present over here. So I'll just rub this and write it down over here somewhere, plus 3 hydroxyl ions. Okay, so 3 water molecules were formed. So I'll bring it this side. This becomes minus. So how many water molecules now? 3 water molecules this side. So let's write down this reaction once again. Let me rub off the above part and then I'll show it to you. So 3 hydroxyl ions plus P4 plus 3 water molecules. Now I'm writing 3 water molecules are going to give us 3 H2PO2 minus 1. That's it. Plus pH3. This water has already been taken this side, so we don't have to write that. Okay. Now over here I have to add my sodium. So sodium has to be added where? To the OH ion this side. Where is the OH ion? Over here. How many atoms of sodium do you require over here? We need 3 sodium over here. That is going to give you 3 NaOH. Over here sodium has to be added to H2PO2. H2PO2 how many? 3. So over here also we have to take 3 sodium atoms to add up over here. So now this is going to give us 3 NaOH and this is going to give us 3 NaH2PO2, right? So the final equation, balanced equation, will be what? The balanced equation thus will be what? Let's write it down over here. P4 plus 3 NaOH plus 3 H2O gives PH3 plus 3 NaH2PO2. Hence this equation is balanced. Okay, so I stop over here today. Understand all these equations well. Try to balance them on your own, whatever equations I have shown you today in the video. Tomorrow I am going to send some more equations which you are going to do it as a homework in your register. Thank you. कितनी देर में होगा?